Back in September 2020, we sold our house in the UK, then moved to Normandy in France, where we bought an ancient French farmhouse with various outbuildings, including an old barn, a small cottage with 2 woodlands, and 3.5 acres of pastured land in a beautiful national park area. Follow us on our journey as Budo and I renovate the farmhouse, manage our land, and take on many projects for you to enjoy. Let the fun begin. Hello everybody.
Hi everybody.
Hope you've all had a good week.
Yeah, welcome to a caravan. Well, it's a caravan corner in the bedroom.
Yes, yeah. We just wanted it. I don't know. It just feels nicer in here.
It's warmer here, and it's a bit cold in the caravan today because it's dropped to -1 or 2. They said so. We just thought we'd come up here.
It's nice and warm.
We get on with some work.
We got the fire on. I would like to say before we get started and letting you know what we've been up to this week, a big hello and thank you to Christy and Paul Bellamy. They're our new patrons, and also to Ian Bradshaw. Welcome to French.
Welcome and thank you for coming along and supporting our channel with us. It's fantastic. It really encourages us.
Fantastic, and also Christy and Paul. I know you bought a holiday home, which is not that far away from us. When you are back over in France, pop your head in and say hello, because it'd be lovely to meet you all in person.
Yeah, of course.
And any of our other patrons.
Definitely our other patrons. And thank you to all of you. And it's lovely for us. It's sort of touching that you do come on board and you want to be a part of our journey, and you're supporting that and pushing us on. And it's fantastic. Yeah. Thank you.
What have we been doing this week?
This week,
a lot of hard work.
Well, you saw the gardening we done on Wednesday. That was out putting a new bed in and putting the fruit plants in. But before that, we had to break away to do that, and it's a part of the filming for us. But it was a nice break, wasn't it? Because it was lovely and sunny. Every
time we do our homesteading segment, because we have had a lot of rain so far, touch wood, the sun comes out, and it is so lovely, isn't it? It was a really nice day.
It's been tough in here because we're obviously, you can see we're digging out a floor. You know, we're not in the prime of our ages. No. We're in the second half of our lives, if you like, and it's hard work when you're older. When I was young, I'd have smashed into this sort of work and done it like my son does now and got it done. But you can't do that. Your mind wants to do it, but your body doesn't catch up. Yeah. And I think people can relate to that one. Yeah. But
we are determined.
We're determined. We're going to get it done, and we're not quite there yet on that floor. We nearly got it out. We've got roughly about 3/4 of it out now. We've got a little bit more to do, which we will be doing today. You probably won't get out on the video.
No.
Because the video comes out tomorrow. So we'll crack on with that until it's done. We've got all the membrane ready. We're just sorting out the insulation to go on the bottom. There was a little change of plan.
Yeah.
I was going on the approach that we would always do in the UK. If we was building an extension, we'd always put in at least a 4-inch insulation in the concrete and then build out. But here in France, I cannot for love nor money find 4-inch insulation that is graded to go under concrete, to take the weight of the concrete. They seem to work on a 2-inch. Now my conclusion to that is, I think it's because this country seems to be a little bit warmer for a longer period, and they don't suffer so much as like they would do in the UK from a rising damp. That's all I can think about really.
So it's not so deep, is it, the insulation?
Well, yeah, so what we've done is we've dug it down for 4-inch. So now that means either put more concrete back, or what we'll do is we'll blind it out, what we call blind it out. So we'll pull some of the earth that we've taken out, that's coming out right now, and spread that across the top to try and build it back up. We're using my laser again to sort it all out. And then we'll blind sand it with some sand to get a nice soft connection between the membrane and the ground. Put the membrane on, put the 2-inch insulation, which is 50mm for the metric people, and then we'll put in a 6-inch or 150mm slab on top of that. And then on top of that, we're going to put a electric floor heating, and then on top of that we're going to go with cement tiles. So that'll be the finished job. So all my measurements are worked to the last finish, which is Tamet tile.
Yeah. And also, you'd like to say about the laser, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, a lady, what was that?
Angela
Dressler. Angela Dressler. She made a comment. She said, "Thank you for putting me onto the laser, basically." And she's already used it to set out plug sockets in her kitchen. And that's another thing. You see, that's I probably wouldn't even thought to do that myself. You know, because I don't do that amount of electrics, but she's already used it in a practical way.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, and you could use it for doing your wallpapering, to get a straight line, your shelves. There's so many applications for that laser. But thank you to
Angela is actually renovating a house, isn't
yes,
she?
she is, yeah.
In Cambridgeshire, which is our part, but where we came from.
Yeah, not far from where we live. We don't know her.
So well done, Angela.
Yeah, well done, Angela. That's a great comment. And we had another comment. Was it Clive Ralston? Yeah. Now, Clive, you've made a great point, right? Whenever we do these caravan corners, we always say to you guys at the end, "Bye, all right, see you later, bye bye." And he said you've got to be careful because people might turn off at that point, thinking that that's the end of the video, but it's never the end of the video.
I don't know, bon weekend.
Bon weekend,
yeah,
goodbye. So we're going to try and say something different now, you know, say like, and we pass you over now to the video or whatever, we'll make something up as we go along, right?
Yeah.
Instead of trying to say goodbye all the time.
Yeah.
Trivial point, but we just like to say it.
We do it. So yeah, we've had another busy week, haven't we, doing the floor?
Yeah, we've... it's all been a floor this last week or so really, because we've broken away from it and come back to it. We've had to have other jobs where I've had to go and collect IBCs. We go out shopping obviously, and we do other things that we've had to go to our neighbours once or twice to sort things out. So there's lots of things that are hidden in the background that pull you away from your renovation, and
it's all part of living in.
It's part of living
in France.
We've got to sort of grit and bear it and get on with it and you know, do what we can, but we really need to focus on this floor because the floor is the main entrance into the house, and it's holding up a lot of things. We've had to move a lot of furniture. The dogs have had to be put to a different place to sleep now, and so on and so forth. So it's a lot of things you don't see that go on there.
Yeah, and also our youngest daughter Chloe and her family and our grandchildren are coming over as well after Boxing Day.
Yeah, well, they're coming to see us for 4 days.
They're staying at our friends.
It's not. We paid for their accommodation in a jeep that our friends own, so they get something out of it as well. So they're set up. They're not going to live rough and hard like we are, but you know, it's just part of it. Anyway, guys, we'll pass you on now to the next part of the video,
and we hope you enjoy.
Watch and enjoy. Morning, folks. So I just want to give you a bit more of an in-depth for what we're doing here. We started this morning, digging out. As you can see from the bottom of the stud work down, we're 250 millimetres in depth, which is approximately 12 inches or so, right? So it's a foot down. We have to do that, but I wanted to show you what they actually put on. So before this concrete floor came here, or cement floor if you like, that's what they lived on top of this. The people here before, well, a long time ago maybe, not just before, but a long time ago they would have had earthen floors everywhere, and there you can tell that it's been worked at some stage to be like this, because that's the original type floor there, where it turns into a clayey mixy, where here it's more gritty and gravelly and hardcorey if you like, and it's been compacted as well. So that would have been the original, that would have been a put on floor, maybe 6 inches deep or whatever. But I just want to give you an in-depth to that. Let's go down here so you can see, if I can show you with my foot, it's just more sandy clayey, where this is more gritty, you know, big bits in there and a bit of everything in here. So what I'm doing now, clearing this out, because we're not going to be doing much more today. Well, we're going to clear this piece out here, and then I just want to cut back to the centre where the fireplace is, so I've become the centre of the room if you like. Then we've got to move all this furniture tomorrow, or will be tomorrow, depends how we feel after our little drinky poos tonight. But we've got to move these, and then we can carry on. So there's a couple of 3 days to get this out, and I've done the calculation. The meterage in here and the depth we're going is 6.2 tons we're digging out. So it's 6.2 tons digging out, hand digging as well. I'm breaking the top surface with the breaker, this cracking this up, but this surface is no good. I have to pick it with this pick here. So I'll show you. So I've got this tool here. We call this a pick, okay, and that's a shovel. And that's a broom. Sorry. So we pick this out, or I pick it out, and I shovel it into the barrows, and Tracy's running them out for me. So it's all hard work. So 6.2 tonne, you're going to know when you've done it. But the good thing is, it all goes into the road, like we said, and the return coming back, because we've got a 4 inch of insulation going underneath in the bottom, that takes a lot of the muck coming back. So we only need about 3 tonne roughly, or just over it, I think, of concrete to come back in. So I'm going to hand mix all that as well in the mixer out there, because getting the guys to come out here with their lorries and get up here, they just don't want to know, and they don't want to, because the road's too dangerous to put the lorry because of the bend here, because we haven't got the road ready yet. So they won't park there and put up a pipe work to pump it up. It's all, I don't know, people today, they just don't want to do things. But anyway, so we're doing it all by hand. So we're going to put the mixer outside there. I'm going to get 3-4 tonne gravel delivered, or go and get it up in my trailer if Roy can't get it for me, and then cement, mix up the mix to the proper ratio, and then put the floor down on top. But on top of that, what we want to do, so say if you imagine that's the finished floor, we've got them lovely tomates. Let me show you quickly, which I cleaned up. Spent painstakingly last year cleaning up. Here they go. Look. So these are the lovely tomates, and there's enough there. Got a lovely patina on them. They're lovely and clean now. That's the bottoms, and they've got like that V shape on them, so you know which way they go up. What we're going to do, so if that's the finished floor, if you like, I'm going to roll out underfloor heating, put it all down, mats, and then bring the cable, the live cables up into this route here, this box, which is where the electric box is. Put an independent switching system on there, and have underfloor heating here on a timer. And bad news is the workshop that's in there, the pantry, and the back little stairwell. Whoa! Just had a bird flying in it, hit itself, and it's gone down. Ah, poor thing. Let me just show you that. Poor little thing. Just flew in. Look. Come on. Ah, he's still alive. Let's get him outside. Look, I don't know what that is. Look at that lovely long beak. Wow. Hello, little fella. Hope you're all right. Let's see if you fly off, eh? Sorry about this interruption. Come on. He's clinging on, dear life. It looks like he's stunned himself. I'm going to leave him there for a second. Just leave him there, see if he recuperates. Here we go, look. He's trying to. Come on, little fella. Only the fittest survive. Only the fittest survive. Oh, come on. Yes, yes. Go. Oh, fantastic. Anyway, sorry about that. He lives for another day. That's good, isn't it, hey? You only get one life, live it the best you can. Right, so, where was I? Pantry. Pantry, stairwell, everything's got to be dug out through there. This floor. And then, when I build the workshop, sorry guys, spinning you around, which is going to be next door there now. It's not going to be in the barn. It doesn't work out properly. Here we had a workshop here originally, over the back of this wall, behind this wall. Talk about that another time. All that's got to be dug down as well, because there's an original floor there. Anyway, so once it's all done, it's all hard work, but once it's done, we're going to have cosy warm floors. You can walk around in your bare feet on the stone floors, which will be beautiful. This dog never stops hunting, look. It's like it's on guard all the time. It's under the digger now. Come on, you. Where's them ratsies then? Over there, head over there. Come on. Come on. That's it, you have a little... She thinks she's a goat as well. Climbs up everything. Always hunting, all day long. Every now and then she comes back with a mole or a mouse or something. She finds them in the end. Alright, back to digging the hole. Tracy breaking up the surface, doing a good job. B and Yorick are watching her. I made sure he got his PPE on, and mine and Tracy's. All good. We don't need glasses because nothing comes up as it goes down.
No, because we're going down, aren't we? So.
But
we're getting there.
We're getting there slowly. That's what happens to you when you start doing this sort of work. You go a bit crazy.
I think we've always been a bit doolally.
Right, Yorick, you'll have to sit back there.
I'm going to carry on.
You crack on, and I'll come and shovel it all up. Right, hi folks. So, day one, me and Tracy have got this on down to roughly 12 inches now, which is 250 mil deep. It's enough now, isn't it? We're going to do a little film, a little bit of our caravan corner, or our, we're going to call it pew corner this one, aren't we? We're going to be in the pew this time. Anyway, so and we'll just want to talk about quickly about this laser. So we'll get this out of the way, and then I can go outside with the digger and do the tracking over in the road, and that's us finished for the day for our little drinky poos. Right, so if I just come over here and show you. Right, Trace, do you want to take that over for us?
I will, let me just grab it.
So, I just wanted to talk about the laser when you move to position. Now, the laser's come over here. This is another tripod I have for working. Okay, this is for a different type of laser. It's a big proper set laser for surveying and that, okay? So don't worry about this. Anything you've got it on will be fine. Now I've moved the laser to this position, I still need to make sure that it lines up with my corresponding marks on my stick, because my stick was set to the laser over there. So in air space, if you like, or in its space where it was over there, I have to find that again here. And if you remember, I put a datum line here. Okay, now this is the datum line, so as long as I set this laser up, I'm going to turn it on, okay, and I'll try and spin it round. You can see it hits my datum line, so I know that that is true to where it was in its last position in space, where it was sitting. Okay, so when I come to my stick, if I don't know if you'll be able to, I've got to turn the laser again around this way, so we know it's in its true position. Okay, so if you sort of come over here, come around that side tray, you can see where I'm talking about, you guys. So there's my laser mark, and that's where it was when I was up here. Okay, so it hit that mark there. That's the floor level, and I've come down, and I'm just below that level there. So I know I've got to just skim off a little bit more of this floor. It's minute. I don't even have to do it really, because the compression of the underlay under there will push down. But that's one thing we'll check right at the end. So when we clear out the rest of this, we'll go over it with the laser, checking in lots of points, just to make sure that this is down to the level. So hope that you can understand that with a laser, how it would, let me turn it up because it'll get in your eyes, how it would work on a site. So you're not fixed in a position with that laser, as long as you've got a reference mark, which is the data mark on there, which I marked out in the very beginning. As long as we hit that laser, wherever position it is anywhere, it's always going to be the right position for this stick. Okay? Oh, your sight stick, if you like. Right. That's that one. I just want to explain about another thing I didn't do earlier this morning when I was doing a bit of filming, because we had the table in the middle there, but we can't open it now because it's a big hole. But let me just set the laser up again and show you. So if you come over here, turn around that way, Trey, and point on the wall. Alright? So this line here is perfectly plumb. So it's like if you've got a string and a plumb line, Bob, and you dropped it down, it would be plumb. And for those decorators out there who like to do a bit of paper hanging, that line, wherever you position it, once you work out if your paper is central or off centre, where you start with your pattern, you could use this line to put your wallpaper up as well. So that's why you need to buy one, Trace, don't you?
Yes, and in our description there'll be the promo code, which you can order the Lasgu laser from Amazon UK, Amazon US and Amazon France, and if you put the promo code in, you'll get 10% off, and that lasts until the 31st of December.
It's a bargain.
Which is it's a good price already.
It's a good tool to have. Everyone should have one of these in their toolkit now in this modern age. Levels are useful, but this is very easy to keep you productive and moving on without having to pick up levels and keep marking and making marks and making sure your bubbles are not knocked out of line. This is a good little bit of kit, very cheap for the price really, to put in your toolkit, so get it in and you won't regret it. Hi folks, right, day 2. We've been at it this morning, me and Tracy. It's nearly 3 o'clock, but we're going to give it in today. We're going to have an early day because it's Sunday. But we've got all that done so far. So we're moving on a bit of a pace. There's 2 days on that now. And let me show you what it's like out here. Tracy's out. We have to give in because Tracy's saturated. Alright, how do you love?
I've had to use your jacket, so I haven't got a hood on mine.
No, I know. It's too wet. We're not going to do this no more. We're giving in now.
I've had enough.
You've had enough, I know you have. Let's go and have a nice rest, maybe a beer and a relax.
Roasty now,
have a roasty, yeah.
Brussels sprouts.
But look, if you look where Tracy's there, along that line, she's put all that out all the way down to the gates, and she's levelled it off with a rake. I tracked it over the end of the first day, but now the second day we're up to here, this bit here. Got all that in. Done a good job, Tracy, yeah?
Both of us.
Yeah, well, we're both of us obviously, but you're the one that's wet. I'm indoors.
Good job I don't suffer from colds.
No. But anyway, guys,
Bye.
yeah, we're sounding a bit dejected, but it's just you've got to have a break. No, it's Sunday, so we're gonna make it an early day today. We normally work quite late, so. But what do you think? Anyway, look. So all that's done. We're possibly close to halfway now. We'll do all that bit in one day, and maybe a piece over there as well, or this side, which one we pick.
Up for 3 days, do you reckon?
4
days?
But we've stopped as well because now we do have to move everything. But I don't know if you can see, you've got to get a scowl of the depth. You can see where we're at. so you can get a scale of the depth of it. Yeah. And also I'd like to say, on the last video, the comments were absolutely lovely, weren't they?
Yeah.
Really, really positive. Thank you. Yeah. We really do love positivity, and thank you for your lovely comments and your support. And also that we got a new patron as well, which was fantastic.
Patrons, yeah. So hello to them.
Hello to our new patron. We will say that properly on our.
Yeah.
Will it be Pew Corner again?
Yeah. Pew Corner.
Anyway, folks.
Until the pew goes in there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because that'll be going tomorrow, paper. So, good morning, folks. Thought I'd bring you down here on this crisp morning. It's a bit chilly this morning. It's reading -2 on the old thermometer thing. But I thought I'd show you these, what we've got. Turn you around. They're called IBCs. They are, I picked up 4 of them. And they're for water, keeping water in, you know. They're all food grade ones. So if anyone who don't know, if you look at this sign here, glass and a fork, that depicts that they're food grade. And all of them are. So I've got 4. I've got 4,000 litres there of storage for water. And what they're going to do is they're going to catch the water from the roof. And I'll turn you around and show you where I'm thinking of putting them. Not 100% yet, but over here we have a rainwater spout coming down there, and we're going to have another one that comes along there and down. I'm just waiting for one connector. Once I get the connecting piece, then I can put that in. It's all ready to go. I was going to do this a few weeks ago, but got distracted as you do. But anyway, so hopefully I'm going to have 2 IBCs here. Then I'm going to have a couple up on the land. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little pump inside one of these IBCs, or 2 of them, obviously, to get water over. And I'm going to pump the water up onto the other IBCs to fill them up. And we'll need that in the summer to water all the plants, because you can see what we're starting to grow now. And there's so much more to come, you know, in the growing. We're going to need this sort of capacity to keep them watered, because we had a very, very dry summer, and it was quite warm as well, most of it, and dry for a long, long period. And now we've gone the other way. It's raining constantly on and off. Well, it has been for three odd weeks, nearly 4 weeks on and off, and it's a lot wetter now, which is good because it replenishes the land. But anyway, guys, without waffling on too much about that, that's the IBCs. So you'll get to understand what they are, what we're going to be using them for. There's one other thing I've got to think about, is I'd like to get them all so they're black, so the sun doesn't make the water too much algae in the water. Obviously going to have to clean them all up first, because they've been standing outside. But if I can get them to paint them black, or give them a cover of some sort, maybe get some ideas out there. Some of you might have done this before, so we can keep the sunlight off it and keep the water. Not bearing in mind, we're not drinking this water. It's only for the plants, to feed the plants and that. And a little sneaky peeky over there, the garden, but that's for Wednesdays. So, good morning, folks. Start of day 3 on this floor. So you can see where we've got up to over there, up to that wall there, and started over here as well. So I've got all this done here, and I started over here as well. So it's getting there slowly. And if you look over on that wall, you can see a wet patch, and that's coming back in from the outside. Underneath there somewhere, there's some sort of I think the floor level out there is a little bit higher actually, just on that bit there, and then it drops off. So I'm going to deal with that. I'm going to look outside and just check that out. But we're putting that level back down there, yeah, to get it all flattened off. So this morning we're going to start on this. We're just going to move this furniture here, and then we're going to start working our way right up here. We might have this done today, or get to at least 3/4 of the way anyway. But yeah, just a little update. Oh, we found the water mains, by the way. Let me just show you that. So, how bad this was done. They laid it virtually on the surface, this pipe. That's the 6 bar pressure water main coming in there. And it goes up this wall and then feeds the upstairs, which we done some... I had my mate Adam over and he just done a little bit of pipe work for me. So I've got to bury that down and put it down onto the new insulation level, so it's wrapped, and I'll wrap it up as well to keep it cosy. And then we've got our soil pipe running out there, so it comes down, drops down there, goes out and then drops down again and then out like that. But you find all these things when you start pulling things up. But anyway, we're going to crack on today and hopefully get it ready for another bit of videoing for you to show us finishing it off. Anyway, we'll see how we go, but we should get to easily 3/4 of the way, or at least up to here today, and it'll just be that little square there to do.